Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise to strike this last word.
Gentlelady is recognized for 5 minutes.
I rise in strong support of this amendment. However, the underlying bill actually nullifies EPA's rules to require cement kilns to reduce their emissions of toxic mercury and other toxic pollutants and forces EPA to go back to square one. In doing so, this bill nullifies the rule's promised reduction in mercury pollution from cement kilns, delays any potential future reductions, and threatens EPA's ability to issue replacement standards that will achieve the same benefit for public health. Mercury is a potent neurotoxin. Babies born to women exposed to mercury during pregnancy can suffer from a range of developmental and neurological abnormalities, including delayed onset of walking, delayed onset of talking, cerebral palsy, and learning disabilities. This is certainly an important issue for Democrats and Republicans to support. In 1990, Congress amended the Clean Air Act on a bipartisan basis to reduce emissions of mercury and other toxic pollutants from a range of industrial sources, including cement kilns. Cement kilns are one of the largest sources of airborne mercury pollution in the United States. For far too long, they have been allowed to pollute without installing modern technology to reduce their emissions of mercury and other toxic chemicals. The Clean Air Act directed EPA to issue standards to cut emissions of mercury and other toxic pollution from cement kilns by 2000. That was a decade ago. EPA didn't finalize these rules until August of last year. EPA estimates that the rules will reduce mercury emissions from cement kilns by 16,400 pounds, or 92% compared with projected levels. Now the Republican leadership wants to nullify these rules to cut mercury pollution and to delay these important public health protections. Further delay is unacceptable for the people who have been waiting for these cement kilns to clean up for years. This amendment is straightforward. It states that the bill does not stop EPA from taking action to clean up toxic air pollution from a cement kiln, that if that kiln is emitting mercury or other toxic pollutants that are damaging babies' developing brains. The Republicans deny that this bill is an attack on the Clean Air Act or public health. They argue that this bill won't prevent EPA from reducing toxic mercury pollution from cement kilns. I strongly disagree, and these statements stand in stark contrast to the body of science linking mercury exposure to neurological problems. And I have to say, instead of working to create jobs, Republicans are bringing up another assault on our public health and the Clean Air Act. We should be passing the President's American Jobs Act and other pieces of emergency jobs legislation that create jobs as soon as possible. But instead of focusing on jobs, the GOP wants to eliminate and to delay Clean Air Act regulations. This will jeopardize our public health and the clean air that we breathe. This clean air regulation will reduce toxic pollutants produced by cement plants and will prevent 2,500 every year. This regulation also will provide up to $19 million in public health benefits for every dollar spent on reducing harmful air pollution. And so we have to support the amendments that are going to protect the public health of our people. I urge support of the Waxman amendments and all of the amendments that are coming today for the sake of the public health of Americans. Thank you, and I yield the balance of my time.
The lady yields back.